Hello everybody, SlimKirby here, and welcome to my new Let's Play. Today we're going to be doing a game by Konami. And you know what? I kind of feel like a musical intro for this project. Okay, welcome to my Let's Play of Mystical Ninja starring Goemon for the Nintendo 64. This is a game that I honestly wouldn't be surprised if very many of you guys didn't recognize it. It is kind of an obscure N64 platforming adventure game. It's a game that I actually kind of found out about by accident, and I'll get into more of those stories as we go through the game. I actually have a big history with this game, but again, I'll get into that later. Let's actually get started. Okay, use controller pack or not use controller pack. Back in the N64 days, I probably don't need to tell this story, but back in those days, some games actually required use of a controller pack memory card type of thing, and this is definitely one of those titles. They didn't really use that very much for, like, first-party Nintendo games. Whenever they did, it was usually for, like, time trials and, like, Mario Kart or something. But, like, they never really made use of the memory card feature until, like, you know, they actually got to the GameCube era. A lot of N64 games, though, by third parties, actually used the controller pack thing. So, yeah, this is one of the games that actually did. And I'll get into that later, because there's actually another story that actually kind of involves that. But as you can see, we have some files right here. I'm going to go ahead and select file 2, much like I did in my new Super Mario Bros. Wii file. This is actually kind of my practice file, so I'll be playing through this ahead of time, just to, you know, get back into the feel of this game. Because when I started my practice file, I realized that I actually haven't played this game in like 10 years. And it's a very, very, very long time since I've played it. But I think I've gotten back into the groove pretty easily, so let's just go ahead and get started. And first we have a cutscene, so I'm going to shut up and let you guys watch. There isn't any voice acting or anything like that, so don't expect any of that, but, like, you know, there is dialogue, and I don't want to be talking over that. Okay, here we go, the start of the game. For those of you who couldn't quite pick up on what happened in that cutscene, basically a giant Peach UFO, which is even more reason to believe that Princess Peach is evil, has attacked the castle of Oedo, and as Goemon and his partner Ebisumaru, I'm probably not saying that right, but I really don't care, pronunciation is not my forte, we are going to investigate what happened at the castle. So let's go. Let's leave this house. So I guess I better go over the controls first of all. You use the control stick to move around. Jump with the A button. You can attack with the B button. Both characters actually have different weapons. To switch characters, you have to press C down. If you want to, you can actually change weapons if you have, more items. If you press the C left button. As you can see, Goemon has 2 items, but Ebisumaru only has 1. He only has his hammer. You can press the start button to see these items, and then a few other things, and once you get the map, you can also activate that from here as well. C up, we can't do anything with that button yet, because we need to actually obtain their special powers, and C right just brings up a little map you can see on your screen. And those are the basic controls. There really aren't any camera buttons in this game, but the camera does readjust itself to right behind you whenever you stand still for a second, which is actually a pretty useful feature. So I kind of wish that some platforming games would actually take advantage of that. Unfortunately, they really don't. I could be wrong because I've never really noticed it before. I just used the camera buttons, but for this game, it is definitely more noticeable since you can't actually move the camera around. And that can kind of get annoying in some places, but whatever, it's not a big deal. Okay, so let's talk to some people and see what exactly is going on. When the UFO comes, there is a huge commotion all over the place. Someone new will be moving into the tenements. What? When's that? Sorry, even I don't know that. Okay, well, she was a very bad person to start talking to. Let's talk to you instead. Just now, Oedo Castle was hit by a mysterious beam, turning it into a European castle. If that beam's hit me, would it turn me into a model European citizen? I gotta admit, some of the dialogue in this game is actually pretty funny, especially if the cutscene wasn't in the indication enough. Okay, so everybody around town is freaking out about like these aliens that have come and attacked the castle. What, UFO? What do you mean? I'm 85 years old, Okay. He doesn't really know what's going on either, so let's just ignore him. Okay, you see this guy in purple right here. You want to avoid this guy because he is actually a pickpocket, and he will steal your money, which in this game is called Rio. Okay, yeah, I got him out of the way. If he actually touched me, he would have stolen, like, I think it's 20 Rio, but I don't know for sure. I'm not going to risk it and find out. Okay, yes, what's the matter? I want to know the way to, yeah, let's go to the castle. You get to Oedo Castle by passing through this gate and over the Neon Bashi Bridge, okay? So let us go to the castle, because that is where we need to go. What are you doing here? This bridge, the actual Neon Bashi Bridge. I must say it's a beautiful bridge, fit for honor of Oedo. Okay, that didn't help me. What about you? I was just there, but the bridge that leads to Oedo Castle has been destroyed, so no one can get in. Now, what's going to happen? To be continued? I like that. I really do like the dialogue in this game. So I probably will be cracking up a lot as I'm talking to, like, the citizens of every town I go to. Okay, so according to that lady, the bridge is out, and we have these weird little star blocks. I could try to jump over there, but unfortunately I can't jump very far using these controls, so we might actually need an item before we can actually get here, and if we read the sign, I believe that'll confirm this. Emergency, star block in use. You can get through by using the chain pipe. Okay, so what we need here is a chain pipe to get across. Now, I would go ahead and just talk to every citizen in town to figure out where exactly I need to go, but I really don't want to waste your time, so I'm going to go ahead and, you know, take kind of, not really the coward's way out, but, you know, it's a helpful thing to use whenever you're going through this game, and you're stuck and you don't really know where to go next. I don't know if I'm going the right way, though. I'll find out in a second. Okay, no, here it is. This building right here, this is actually the fortune teller's house. Okay, well, I'm not talking to you. Stupid sign. And the fortune teller is weird because he's this giant dancing guy right here, but whatever, it's a fortune teller. Plasma! Howdy, welcome to the Plasma Fortune Teller. I will solve your worries for 10 Rio. So yes, if you're ever stuck in this game and you need help, always go to the Fortune Teller and he will kind of give you an idea of where you need to go next. Plasma! If you want to enter Oedo Castle, enter on the left-hand side when you face this Fortune Teller. That will take you to the Kai Highway, which will lead you to Mount Fuji, Plasma. So I'm guessing we need to... No, I don't need to talk to you again. But what we need to do is we need to go to Mount Fuji because, well, the Fortune Teller told us to. And I think this guy will also tell us why, too. What? I don't care about your dog. Okay, never mind. I thought that guy was actually going to tell us why we're actually going there. But basically, you go to Mount Fuji, and that's where you get the chain pipe. Again, I would talk to all the citizens, but that would just be very boring, and I've already wasted a lot of time just goofing around as it is. So we're actually in the Overworld now. In the Overworld, you'll find a bunch of enemies. You can destroy them. You can either get these little dumplings that will restore your health if you lose any, and you can also find money this way too. I know the money's called Rio, but I'm probably just going to call it money from here on out, so get used to that. And yeah, this is basically what the game is, wandering around to complete your goals and stop this alien invasion, I guess you could say. Also, another thing I should probably mention is, as you can see, we have a heart system in this game, and the heart system kind of works like it does in the Legend of Zelda games. You can find these items across the land called fortune dolls, and if you get enough of them, you will get one heart container. And basically, that's how you gain hearts in this game. Okay, travel merchant. Hey you're a traveler. Would you like a map of Japan to assist you on your voyage? I'll sell to you for a discount. Okay, sure. Okay, so that discount, we actually got it free of charge. But yeah, basically, you can now look at a map. You can't do it when you're indoors, though. And this place right here is actually a coffee shop. There are several coffee shops stranded throughout the entire world of the game. And you can come here to restore your health if you talk to this old lady. This old lady's in every coffee shop, so yeah, you can purchase some health if you need to. Coffee shops also have another importance later on, but I'll talk about that later. So let's go ahead and be in our merry little way here. We have to get to Mount Fuji, apparently. So yeah, this game is definitely one of my all-time favorite Nintendo 64 games. I probably wouldn't put it in my top 10, but it would definitely be very close, which is very, very strange for me, just because, I mean, you guys have seen my channel. I'm basically a Nintendo junkie, so, I mean, it's very odd to see a game kind of like this in someone's top favorites lists. But yeah, this is a game that I've pretty much played on a whim, which I said I would talk about that story. I guess I'll go ahead and do that now. Oh, and here's the silver fortune doll I was talking about earlier. So yeah, you collect 4 silver fortune dolls, you'll get a heart container, and if you find a gold fortune doll, you'll actually just get 1 heart container for 1 gold one. So be on the lookout for those as well. But yeah, the reason I found out about this game was back in high school, or it might have been like the last year of my elementary school years. But one of my best friends came over, and he brought basically every Nintendo 64 game he had. And there was one game in particular he really wanted me to play, and it was this game, because he knew I was a big fan of platformers, and I was also a big fan of Zelda, which you can kind of, you know, compare this game to both, you know, genres, I guess you could say. And I said, okay, I'll play the game, and immediately I was hooked on it. I really, really loved this game. Unfortunately, it took me about 4 years before I could actually get the game. This was back before I really even knew you could buy stuff on the internet. Not that I was like that stupid or anything, I just never really thought of doing that. But yeah, it took me a very long time before I could even find this game. So I basically could only play it whenever my friend came over, and he never let me borrow his games. So it took me a very long time to even beat this game as it was, because my friend would like barely come over, and you know, he'd never let me borrow his game, so I could never experience this game fully until I finally got it. I actually never beat it until like I actually got the game myself. And when I first beat the game, I was just like completely happy, because it felt like, you know, I finally beat this game. It took me several years, but I finally beat it. And it's not really even that hard of a game. I mean, it has some challenging parts. And also the platforming is actually kind of weird. I'll go over that later, but yeah, this game does have a very, very, very fond place in my heart. Which, you know, sounds kind of weird to say, but it really does. I mean, this is a game that, you know, once I beat this game, it was like one of the most incredible experiences ever, even though the ending was kind of weird. But that's for another date and time. Okay, watch out for these slinky guys. I kind of like these slinkies. They look better than the traditional American slinkies. Are slinkies American? I really don't know. I really don't care either, so never mind. But either way, the point is I like these slinkies, and I think they look cool. So yeah, that is basically my story of this game. And I was actually thinking for a long time, because I've been wanting to Let's Play this game for a while, but the only reason I kind of held off on it was because I was really hoping to actually get my friend in on this Let's Play, so we could, you know, like, take turns and play this game together, because we have a lot of fond memories and stories from this game. And, yeah, this game was just very, very, very nostalgic for the both of us, and, like, for a while, I even talked to him about doing a Let's Play of this game with him on my own channel, but, you know, his schedule is a lot different than mine. He has a pretty weird work schedule. He doesn't really have time to visit very much, and I was kind of running out of games to play anyways, and I don't think he really understood what I even did on my channel in the first place. So unfortunately that never really came through, but that was definitely a possibility. I was about to do this game with someone else, but I decided to make it a solo Let's Play. Maybe if he comes by at a very, very, very opportune time, he can actually be a part of some of these videos, but we'll see what happens. Okay, so, Mokabe, wow, I'm impressed that you've made it this far. What do you want from me? Okay, you have a good pipe. Not gonna ask him that. What are you doing here? I have come to the greatest mountain in Japan, so that I could train to become the greatest worker in Japan. That is a very, very stupid reason, but whatever. Okay, let's talk to him about the pipe. Even though this could be taken in a complete wrong way. Pipe? Let me think. Well, let's see. Yes! I know. Take this. I'm honored to hand you my pipe. It attaches to the block with the star mark. So Goemon receives the chain pipe. And let's leave here before this guy gets any ideas. Okay, with this we can attach the chain pipe to star marks, and we can kind of hook shot our way over there. And yes, I said hook shot because this item is pretty much the hook shot from Zelda. That's pretty much what this item is. Okay, so let's leave Mount Fuji and actually make the very long trek back to Oedo Castle.